Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Iceman and Bob. How is everyone doing today or tonight or whatever time it is wherever you are in the world? As you can currently see, it's 9:12 a.m. here where I am recording this video. I want to show you all on the left, we have the LG C2, and on the right, we have the Samsung S95B. I want to show you all some updated footage. Currently, the S95B is not calibrated. In a lot of my previous content, the S95B was calibrated. I want to show you all what it looks like without calibration. So very quickly, I'm going to go through the settings. You can see it's in filmmaker mode. And I do have some good settings here, okay? These are your typical good settings that you will find. And I'll just quickly go through those. Again, picture clarity, it's custom preference, however you want the motion and all of that to look, okay? Color tone, you see is warm too. Now, you will see with the white balance, if you look here, everything is back to 0. Okay, and you look at the 20 point, again, you see everything is at 0. Nothing has been adjusted. Nothing has been calibrated. You see we're in SDR. We're in BT 1886. Okay, and we will come down here. Color space settings are on auto. Obviously, it's SDR. And there you have it, okay? So let's jump over here and get out of this. And let's go on to the LG. All right, you can see right here that I am in filmmaker mode. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just briefly jump into the settings menu here, just to be fair. Okay, I'm just not running anything special here. Again, you see it is an SDR there with the gamma and BT 1886. All right, let's check the color. Again, I'm not running anything different, anything that you all would not run. Okay, white balance, you see again, warm 50. I'm running the same white balance here. No, I don't have anything set here with the calibration. Again, for those of you that don't know, I don't have enough hours yet on my LG C2 to actually be able to calibrate it. I have not had the time to actually run the content that I want to run to break it in. So you just see how everything is here. Nothing special. I'm not doing anything crazy. All right, so let's get into the actual content. I just want you all to see that. We're gonna pull up YouTube TV right now. I will try to show you all what I can. Okay, I wanna make sure that I don't get a copyright strike, all right? So bear with me. So we're looking right now at Live with Kelly and Ryan, popular TV show that comes on in the morning, at least here in the States. You all can see what the quality looks like. I want you to observe on your left on the LG C2, everything on camera will appear more blue. That's that cool look. It's also a very similar look that Sony does, and so many of you will prefer that look. If you look on your right, the Samsung S95B actually has a red tint to it, or a red look. Neither of the blue or the reds are actually visible in person, but they do show up on camera. Again, in person, if you were to watch this footage, it would look totally different. It would be neutral. You would not see what the camera is picking up on, but I do want to point that out. You will also notice this red tint if you have, or if you want to say it that, or call it that, you will notice that also on the Sony A95K because of the quantum dot panel. But it is not there in person. So once again, you see the blue, you see the red. Now, I do know what to look for. Some of you do as well. You may notice things. Neither set is calibrated, but I want to point that out. You will not be seeing Ryan with his red skin tones or Kelly when you actually look at this in person. In person, they look very similar. You do see more color on the Samsung, in terms of skin tones, but it's not this red tint that you're going to see. So I want to point that out. If you look at the background of the cityscape, again, you'll see it looks almost purplish on the Samsung, and you see it looks bluish on the LG. Again, neither of them really come off as that. They're very close in person. I just have to stress that because people see that and they lose their cool and they say, hey, I can't get the S95B, it's too red, and or the C2 is too blue and all of that. Disregard that. That's the camera limitations, all right? So I'm going to try to pull up some other content. Let's pull up Halloween. And I do have all of the settings locked here. Okay, well, we're seeing some commercials here. So all of the settings for the cameras are locked. All right, I'm not changing anything. I'm not changing the ISO. I'm not changing the exposure, the white balance. Everything is set. I just want to be fair across the board, okay? All right, well, they're showing commercial breaks right now. I guess we'll watch a little news. And once again, we have more commercial breaks. So we're taking a look at that. It is what it is. I guess we'll finish the commercial out. Again, please keep in mind, like I said, the color tones you're going to see. See, right now it's showing up as pink. The screen is completely white on the right on your Samsung S95B that you're seeing here. Okay, it is not pink. Again, it is not pink. It is super white. But it's just how the camera reacts to the panel, okay? Please keep that in mind. I want to stress that because people, again, they's like, oh, it's too red. It is not red like this in person. Trust me. See it for yourself if you don't believe me. Well, this is all I'm getting right now with some SDR content. Let's get out of this right here. All right, and we're going to actually go into YouTube. And we will come over here and take a look finally. Let's check these faces out. I do this all the time with this video. I do like to show this video because it does show skin tones. So let's take a look. I'll play about a minute, maybe 2 minutes or so, just so you all can see. Again, please keep in mind on your right, on the Samsung S95B, her skin is not red. It's not pink. It is not red. It is the way that the camera reacts to the panel. It is what it is right now. There's not much we can do. But this just gives you an idea of what things look like. Both sets are absolutely beautiful and amazing. And I highly, highly, highly recommend either one of them. If you want to get the LG C2, please do that. If you want to get the Samsung S95B, please do that as well. Both of them are simply stunning and beautiful, okay? You cannot go wrong with either one of them. You're going to see, as you notice, the notifications popping up about games updating. As I mentioned, I haven't had the time to spend on playing anything or watching any content. So you're seeing all types of things update in real time. Again, this is a real-time video. It is what it is. You are seeing a different set of colors that come through on the Samsung S95B, and you are getting that color advantage. Some people will prefer the LG C2. Personally, both of them look beautiful. So whichever one you can afford, whichever one you want, both of them are absolutely beautiful. Again, and I recommend that for every single person. All right, whichever one you want, both of them are amazing. I'll show just another second or two here, and then we will go ahead and go into some HDR content. I will switch over to HDR and we will take a look at that. Again, her shirt or her top on the Samsung is actually the same color as it is on the LG C2. It's that brownish color, but it's showing up as pink. Again, that is the camera reaction and it is not there in person. So this is why I'm also giving you all commentary. You have to trust what I say and what we say when we're giving you commentary, regardless of what you're seeing on camera. Once again, that white liquid on the Samsung S95B on your right is not pink. If you also looked on your left on the LG C2, it actually looked bluish. So these are just the reactions that the camera has to the different panel technologies. You know, WRGB OLEDs on your left and quantum dot OLED on your right. So let's get out of this. I generally like to show, I'll show some food here. I know it. Let's run this back. Okay. We'll show this here. All right. Both sets are beautiful. I highly recommend either one of these. Again, please disregard that pink tint that you're seeing on a Samsung S95B. It is absolutely not there in person. Beautiful images on both. Literally beautiful. And I will tell you, once you calibrate both, or if you get them calibrated, I know most of you do not know how to calibrate. I do. I'm not certified, but I know how to do it. As I say, hobbyist calibrator. Once you calibrate them and dial them in exactly as you want them, you virtually will never have to adjust your picture settings again. You can just leave it in one picture mode. Perhaps maybe between switching, I don't know, game mode or something like that. You may be changing picture modes, but for the most part, you leave it. It's set, it's done, it's perfect. We'll show just a little bit more of this food here. You also get to see a little bit about motion. It's just the way that I have the motion settings. Both TVs can be adjusted. It's a personal preference thing. Man, this food is making me hungry. Is anyone else hungry? Is it just me? This food looks delicious. Man. Once again, the cheese is not pink or brown. As I always say, the camera reacts to quantum dot panels as pinks or browns or purples or reds. You'll see either one of those shades. Again, it's showing the wood as this like reddish, pinkish color. It is not there in person. It looks very close to what I see on the C2. Same thing as you're seeing here, the egg. Again, the egg white, as I mentioned repeatedly over and over again, as well as the pan that it was cooking in, shows up as pink or red. It's not there in person. All right, let's get out of this. What we're going to do now is let's go into the settings and we're going to turn HDR on. As you can see, HDR has been off. Let's turn it on. Okay, you see the HDR logo there on the Samsung. I'm sorry, on the LG C2 on your left. Let's pull up here. Okay, you see the different settings here for HDR. So again, I'll show you nothing has been, well, some of those settings must have been set, but I may have made some adjustments, but for the most part, this is not calibrated, okay? So I just want you to see everything is what it is out of the box. It is running BT 2020. I'm going to be fair. Let's put this in P3. But as I go back into the color space, you see nothing here has been adjusted, okay? Let's get out of this. I want to be fair because some people say, oh, you're not in P3. It's not fair. You're running BT 2020. And yes, you can force BT 2020 here on the LG, but don't want to do that. You see we're in filmmaker mode. Oops. Actually, let's come over here. Go to all settings. We're in filmmaker mode. Okay, I'm not running anything different. All right, this is everything that you would expect. Again, white balance 150. Nothing calibrated on here. Again, your clarity is going to be personal preference. All right, let's get out of this. But you see both of them are in HDR filmmaker mode, okay? All right, you see what this screen looks like. Let's pull up. Now we're going to pull up some of my favorite HDR footage. Let's take a look at this because let's take a look at this walking here. We can add a little sound. We'll add a little sound to the background here. Beautiful footage. It looks amazing on both sets. Please keep in mind, both sets look amazing. You cannot go wrong with either one. We'll turn this down just a little bit. All right, let's take a look at something else. Let's look at this. Okay, we'll run any of this back. Man, that's beautiful. Man, it's beautiful. Both sets are so beautiful. Gosh, this technology, y'all, it's really so close. There's pros and cons to both, okay? It's so close, though. It's so breathtaking, both of them. Wow. Destiny's ready. Time to play Destiny. Wow, look at that. That is beautiful. OMG. Again, I have them both in the same color space. Wow, this is amazing, 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 amazing. Wow. Now, I will say, if you want more of that accurate look, you can always put your S95B into the P3 setting, DCI P3, okay? If you want that extra oomph, then you can put it into BT 2020. I will show you all what I mean. Let's try to do this here. Okay. We will see if you will notice any more oomph by putting the color space on the S95B here. Or if you notice anything. See, it adds a little extra color. It's nothing crazy. It just adds a little extra color to it. But we're going to keep it in P3 right now, okay? Let's continue. Actually, let's pull something else up. These are some of my preferred demos here that I have in here. That's crazy. They are gorgeous. Wow. When I say you cannot go wrong with either set, I truly mean you cannot go wrong with either set. If you want more versatility, you want the latest tech, obviously the Samsung S95B is the way to go. It's going to give you the best of all worlds. The latest firmware from 1304 and up. I mean, it really gives you that balanced look with that oomph. It's a little extra something about it. Now let's pause this screen. Actually, I wanted to run that back. Let's pause this screen right here. And let's add BT 2020 to the mix. Okay, do y'all see the difference? Just added that little bit of extra. Okay, but we're going to keep it in P3 just to be fair. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Both sets are gorgeous. Once again, I am showing you this with the Samsung S95B, not calibrated. I will go back and calibrate it, or should I say recalibrate it again later, but I want to show you all some footage similar to the way that you all would most likely have your Samsung S95B, or at least see it. Wow, wow, wow. Gorgeous. And I want you to see how similar both sets really are. I mean, there are some differences, but I want you to see how similar you can get that look. Now, there are some differences. Maybe you are able to see the differences here on camera. Maybe you aren't, but they are still very similar. The S95B is just going to give you that extra oomph, though, with the color. You're going to just see things that you normally wouldn't see, or see them in shades of color that you normally wouldn't see them. But they're very close. S95B does have a little bit more clarity. The LG is not far behind. Man, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow. We've seen... Let's take a look at some of these insects. Look at some of these creatures here. All these games being updated. You all can see that I haven't had time to play. So you're seeing the blue on the LG on your left and the pinkish red showing up on your right on the Samsung on that last snake scene. You'll see it come through at times. Again, it's not actually there in person. It is the way the camera reacts to the panels. I have to keep stressing that so that people keep that in mind and not think that, oh, well, I can't buy this one because it's going to look blue, or I can't get this one because it's going to look red. This is why, though we put out these videos, it is always best, if you can, to see this in person. It's always good to see TVs in person. Wow, just beautiful. And though each set has their pros and cons, I really like them both for what each of them are doing. They're each doing something different, and wow. This is just amazing, y'all. Amazing technology. Wow. They both are hitting hard. They hit in different ways. I can see the difference. Besides like colors, there's certain things that I can see, but they are so close. It's just beautiful the way that they punch. They both punch in a different way. And because of that, and because of the different technology, if I had to choose one, I would choose the S95B, obviously, but I can't even necessarily say one is better than the other. They just hit differently in different areas. It's all about what you want. This is just beautiful. I'm going to end this video here. I will get some future content out for you all. Be on the lookout for that. I will also get some gaming content out as well. Please be on the lookout for that. There'll be other types of videos coming as well. If you haven't subscribed, I kindly ask that you do so. Please hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, please feel free to have dialogue with me. Again, I highly recommend both sets. They are literally stunning. They are literally beautiful. This is in a real world scenario. Again, I'm in a bright room with 5 windows. I have a door window. This is literally a worst case scenario. Both of them work. Both of them are plenty bright. Unless you literally have the sun shining directly on the screens, which you shouldn't do with any TV. I mean, I understand some people just have that type of scenario, but they're both beautiful. They're both vibrant. We're watching this in filmmaker mode on both sets. You all know that you can change the picture settings, make them brighter, different modes, etc., etc. But they are literally stunning. I recommend them both. Let me know what you think. And as I always say, until we stream again.